Misha Noda ben Nazir. Yeah. V'nishal l'chocham. Person made himself a Nazir and he violated his Nazirus. While he was a Nazir, Tosfos explains this because he thought he used a Loshen, which wasn't a valid Loshen, and he drank wine, whatever he did. V'osru, and they said, no, what you did was what? It was a Loshen. Mona Mishoshe Nodar. You hear this? Let's say he kept 10 days of that Nazirus. And the reason why he violated it was because he thought it wasn't binding. So it says now, when they're matured, they're only matured, they let him count from the days that he kept, and he continues counting. Nisha l'chochom, no, so it says, meaning they don't penalize him. He counted 10 days. He said a Loshen, and he thought the Loshen wasn't binding, but he kept 10 days of it. Went to ask a Shailet, he said it's binding. So normally you'd say, how many days, let's say he said originally keep 100 days. And he went, and he was matame, he kept 10 of the 100, and then after 10 days he went, he was what's it called? He drank wine. And he went to Shailet, said, no, it's binding. We don't make him keep the first 10 days, he only has to keep the balance. Gemara says, you may think you'll penalize him. Kamashma, we don't penalize him. What about Nisha l'chochom? What about he went to ask a Shaila? He went to ask a Shaila, he wanted to be mated in the Nazirus. Hitiro, when they were mated. Hoyselo behemu freshes. What about if he already set aside a behema? Takes v'tir beider. What's the halacha? It's considered chulin because since HaTorah is from the very beginning, so that means originally the hegdish was never a hegdish. It seems to be, Rashi explains, Beishamai agrees to this. Beishamai holds hegdish betos is lo ishmei hegdish. So if you matter a neder, what should the animal be? It should remain a chatos. So he says, how do you agree that it's tirbei there, that you send it back to the regular herd? Evidently, it seems to be retracted, because originally you held that hegdish betos is ishmei hegdish. Omle Beishamai yatem odim misha tov akor lechi asiri says, why, you don't agree? What's the halacha by Maisa Behemer? The person makes a mistake and he calls 9-10 or 11-10. What's the halacha? The halacha is, even though it's the 9th, it's Meiser. And he calls the 11th one 10, so not only is the 10th Meiser, even the 11th one's Meiser. So over there, he says, you don't agree to that? You agree there's halacha of Hegdish b'tosh me Hegdish? He says, Yatem odim b'misha tov v'kor lechi asiri. He called the 9th one the 10th. L'asiri chi, and the 10th one he called 9. Ulachros asiri, he called the 11th one 10. Shub mekudish. So you see clearly, Hegdish, what are you saying to me? I retracted because I hold Hegdish b'tos is what? Ishmei Hegdish. What, you don't agree by my Sabbain? You say Hegdish b'tos, Ishmei Hegdish. Omalem deishamei. Lo. Hashevet kitchoy. He's over there, it's a special halacha that the what goes under the shevet, you call it 10, it becomes 10. What's the raya? Ma yiluto v'niachas shevet al shmini. Let's say he made a mistake, called the 8th 10, or he called the 12th 10. The halacha is not meiser. Ma yiluto v'niach shevet al shmini. Well, shneim also, or he called it 12th 10. Shem also klum, doesn't have any value, but according to you, it should be considered what? Hegdish b'tosh me hegdish. Ella, what are you going to say? Ksiv. Shekidish Hasiri, who Kiddush Hachi, because of Shekidish Hasiri, who Kiddush Hachi is Acharosim. Why? Because since the 9th is associated with 10, and the 11th follows 10, only that one has relevance to Chi, to Asiri. If you make a mistake, but let's say the 8th, he called the 8th, which it doesn't have any shaykhus to number 10, right? Because 9's between, and 12, 11's between 10 and 12. Therefore, it's nothing. But according to you, if you want to bring that as a proof, Hegdish b'tosh me Hegdish, so why isn't the 8th, and why isn't it 12th? Evidently, see, it's a separate halacha. Take a look at Rashi. On top. V'omar achar asoshi misgarish b'shevet shovar leo b'tos v'kori le asiri b'teida she'eno miskadish b'shvil hashevet. It's not because of the right. It's not because it has something to do with the shave. It went under the rod. Val shnei moser, the sokro, the skikro. They used to take they had a red paint and they would put a splotch of paint on it to identify. Miyesh Begdish Klum, Elomatam Kudoshim, Chi, so why is it 9? If you mistakenly you call it 10 or the 11th, She'u Succeed, Shekidish Eso Asiri, Kidish Esachi, Vacharoser, Avalo Shmini, Shnemosa, Dochi, Abida Perk Basud, and Sechs Bechiris, the verse is Torah Abonon, Minayin Shib Kora Lachi Asiri, La Asiri Chi, Lacharosa Asiri, Sheshloshim Kudoshim, Kudoshim, why all three? The 9th, 10th, and 11th. Talmud Lomit it says v'chol maser boker v'tzon. It says chol. What's the chol coming to include? I mean anything that's associated with 10. So 9 shaychs to 10 and 11 shaychs to 10. Kol maser boker v'tzon v'gomer ha'asiri yeh kodesh. Asiri the rabbis is kulon. Yochshni marba avches u'shnei moser. Maybe I should even include just as 9 and 11. Maybe it should be 8 and 12. Right? Amrit ma soro or asiri b'samuchlo, just as the 10 with the one you call 10, it's samuchlo, it's close to the 10th. Avkol b'samuchlo yotzu ches v'yud days. Since it's not samuch to 10, therefore 8 and 12 means nothing. Okay. Tosa says the same thing. The second Tosa is on the page, on Lamed Beis. Same thing as Rashi. Let's go. Moni Masnisin. The Mishnah says that if a person went and he didn't keep the beginning of the Naziris, we allow him to start counting from where? He starts counting from the day that he drank the wine. But the days that he had before, we let him keep those days. Masnisa Moni, lo Reb Yossi, lo Rabbanon. It's not a tribute to Reb Yossi, not to Chachomim. The Tanya, who are they? Misha nodav over al Nazirusa. Person made a neder, and he violated Nazirus. And yiskokum lo elam kein moide mone behen isa kayom im shenog ben heter. What does that mean? Shem kibel Naziruso stam v'osamen b'tayro asor yomim v'nitmon l'meisim shosiyan asor yomim achem v'achach nishal l'chochem. Right? So what do we say? If he originally, let's say he said, I'll be a Nazir for 30 days. First 10 days he kept. And then afterwards he started, he was Matami L'Mesim, or he what? He drank wine. Now he wants to be Matit Neder. We make him keep 20 days before we're going to be Matit Neder. Yeah? Because we're penalizing. He was supposed to keep it. Once we're Matir, you were never Nazir. But we're not going to be Matir until you complete that. In Omrim lo, right? It says Shosiyan Asar Yomim, V'akach Nishal L'Chochem. In Omrim she Osan Yimei Iser Olin lo Min Aminyon, and also Old Chof Yomim B'Tayro, V'chein Nami B'Naziros Meruba. Same thing. So that's according to what? According to the Tanakama. And it's called Elam Kein Mona Bo Iser Ki Yomim Shenog Ben Heter. Reb Yossi Omer Dayu Shloshim Yom. No, 30 days is enough. Even if he accepted upon himself of Naziris, let's say 100 days, and then he went and didn't keep, we don't make him keep up to 100, keeps 30 days, he's covered. Somewhere says, Irabona Kashi Nazirum Muetes. If it's going like the Chachomim, we have difficulty with Nazirum Muetes. Why? Dilu b'masdisin tanan shemei Yisr olin lo min aminyon v'ochatin yonad lo. Right? It says that if 30-day Nazir is the 10 days we deduct, you only have to keep 20 days. According to Rabbi Yossi, you always have to keep 30 days. Right? Rabbi Yossi, again, we more said, it can't moan Rabbi Yossi Omer, Dayo Shloshim, Rabona Kasha Nazir Muetis. The Ilumas decent Tanachime. Yisrael min aminyan v'ochatinino below. V'ay to come in Nazirus Muetes lavdaf to a dinam Nazirus Meruba. I did lamotzi lemifrach mid Reb Yossi el Nazirus Meruba. No kednami l'gab Rabban Nizmet. Many means the same thing. I Reb Yossi kash Nazirus Meruba. Ibos Eimer Reb Yossi, Ibos Eimer Rabban. Go like either one. Ibos Tamer Reb Yossi. The Mishnah go like Reb Yossi. Could go like the Chomi. Ibos Eimer Tamer. Ibos Tamer Reb Yossi. Kambim Nazirus Meruba. No problem. The Mishnah is speaking about, he said 100 days. So according to Rabbi Yossi, it's not if you're 30, you let him keep 10, then he only has to keep 20. According to Rabbi Yossi, how many days he has to keep? He only has to keep 90. If it's 30, he has to always, there's always minimally 30. Right? That's Nazir Shmeruba. Ita ibos temi Rabbi Yossi kam the Nazir Shmeruba kam Nazir Shmuetis. Ibos temi Rabbon lo temi mishoshe nozar elo emo kimishoshe nozar. We make him keep if it's from the time that he started. If it's 30 days, he has to start from the beginning. But if it's more than 30 days, what does he keep? He keeps what? He only keeps 30 days. Yeah. Haazinu in Nazir Shmeruba. Good, very good. Nisha lechachomim. He came to the chachomim, and they tiruah, and they were matir it. Omer Rabbi Yirmiyah mid the Beis Shammai nishal Beis Hillel. From Beis Shammai, what's the discussion of Beis Shammai Beis Hillel? Beis Hillel says, what do you do with the korban? It goes back into the Eider. He says, from Beis Shammai, we're able to understand Beis Hillel. Omer Beis Shammai hegdish betos. What is it? Omer mid Beis Shammai nishal Beis Hillel. Laver and Beis Shammai hegdish betos havi hegdish. Beis Shammai holds normally hegdish betos is hegdish. Right, we had the case before. An animal's coming out, and then he says, I want the first black one to be hegdish, and the white one comes out. So what's the halacha? According to Beis Shammai, the white one's hegdish. According to Beis Hillel, it's not. He says the black one. He said the first one. He says the first black one that comes out should be hegdish. According to Beis Shammai, the white one's hegdish. According to Beis Hillel, it's neither are hegdish. Kevin gloy milsa lo shapin nozer takes it here be'eder. The Beis Hillel nami avgav the amri tmur betos habi tmuro. Hani mili hecha the ise li ikar hegdish. Aval hecha the misaker ikar hegdish isaker nami tmuro. Now we say Beis Shammai even agrees in the Mishnah that what's the halacha on the animal? If you mated neder, what happens to the animal? It goes out. It reverts back to chulin. So if according to Beis Shammai, normally hegdish betos is hegdish, and here it reverts back. Why is hegdish betos hegdish? Because you're associating A with B. It's always like the Tmura. There's a source. There's a source for it to become hegdish, right? The Gemara brought a case before. For a raya. 1 second. The case by Nazirim. Remember the case of Nazir? He says, we brought six of them with Nazir. He's what? Yesterday. No, 2 days ago. 2 days ago with the Nazir. Person says, if he's not a Nazir, I will be a Nazir. And the other one says, and if he is a Nazir, I will be a Nazir. Then other people says, if then Nazirim comes out about this over there, factually many of them made mistakes. Beis Shammai says, he's a Nazir. They're all Nazir. Why? Because Nazir, it says Kodesh Yeh, it's like Hegdish. Hegdish Betos. So he says, Beis Shammai or Hegdish, but since over here it's been revealed that initially was never Nazir, the animal reverts back to Chulin, so Beis Hillel also. Avagav Darbi Tmur Betos Havi Tmura. Person says you have an animal, you say, Zu Tahu Zu. The second animal should be there, and you made a mistake. You wanted to say another animal? Doesn't Hani Milihecha the Isalik or Hegdish. If the original Hegdish is in place, that's when we say Hegdish Betos Havi Hegdish. Aval Hecha the Misakari or Hegdish. Like he was Shoyal on the Nazirus. Isakar Nami Tmura. Second. Hegen Ame Yisham Hegdish Betos Havi Hegdish. Ame Yusil Tmur's toes. Aval Gav the Amri Beisham Hegdish Betos Havi Hegdish. Kamri Nami Hech the Gloy Mills Lavshapid Nodar. Al Jirus of Huter Hahi Behemo Shuhifrish the Red Hole Bisaker you can Hanimili Sovalo Mar Tmuris Olov Omar Tmur Shlomim Avolim Hifrish Behemo Litzorch Tmura Olo Hosma Harizu Tmur Shlomim came Shifrisha Vishup To again. Person wanted to say Tmuris Olo, it's a Tmur Shlomim. But if he was Mafrish Behemo for Tmuras Olo and he says Harizu Tmur Shlomim Cave the Fisha of Vishup Toy Gloy Milslav Shapi Himur Lav tomorrow. Okay? What does Taisa say here? No toast. So further. Let's go further. Itmar. 1 second. There we go. Yeah. We said before that if mistakenly he calls 9, 10. That means when he called 9, he thought the 9th was the 10th. The 9th becomes 10. When he called 11, 10, he made a mistake. He thought 11, he forgot he said already 10 on the 10th. What about he knows for a fact 9 is 9? He says, I want 9 to be 10. Does 9 become 10? Is it only betos, or he's mechavin, he wants to do... No. Posher, he made a mistake. Mistakenly, he thought he was holding by number 10. He called 9, 10. That's the simple shot. But well, let's say, theoretically, let's say he knew 9 was 9. He says, I want 9 to be 10. Does it work? Maybe 9's not. 9 can be 10. If it's betos, 9 is 10, right? But if you know 9 is 9, 9 can't be 10. So that's the discussion here. Omri, where is it? Over here. Yeah. Itmar. Maser. Rav Nachman to uso v'lo kavnoso. When is the 9, 10 if it's to uso? He made a mistake. He thought 9 was 10. He called 9, 10. It's 10. What about his kavanah was he wants 9 to be 10? 9 cannot be 10. Because Torah says the 10th is meiser. 9th is not. Rav Chizra Rabbi Rechona Amri to uso v'koshke kavanoso. If he mistakenly calls 9, 10, it's meiser. So definitely if he wants 9 to be 10, 9 is definitely 10. And we pass like Rav Chizna, and Rabbi Barafuna. Yep. To uso v'koshkim kavanoso. If mistakenly it's meiser, koshkim he mechavin, omalei Rabbi the Rav Nachman. So Rav Nachman says not. Rav Chizra and Rabbi Rechon says, omalei Rabbi the Rav Nachman. Doch damit to uso v'lo kavanoso. According to you say it's only if mistakenly you call 9, 10, that's what it's meiser. But not when you mechavin the kamri beishami beisili etem odim sheilu kor lechi asiri la asiri chi ulacharosa asiri sheshloshnem kudoshim. Yeah, v'shtiku beisilo. Beisilo remained silent. Remained silent. Lemrlo mal lemashikein enu kodesh bekavona. He should say very simple. You can differentiate. Yeah, Beishamai asked the question on beisilo. You mean you don't agree that mistakenly you see Hegdish Betos have a Hegdish because you see 9 can be 10, you say it can be Mechali. Normally when Hegdish Betos is a Hegdish, right? There you could be Mechavin. So we say, well, you could be Mechavin, that's when it's not. Right? He should answer, Mal Lemaish Enu Kodesh Bekavona. That's the reason why. Because you can't create this Bekavona. So therefore, it's limited to what? To 9 and 10. But other situations where the only way it becomes Hegdish, it doesn't become Hegdish Betos. What should he answer him? Rega. Shim niskavein al shloshen lahachlif v'krosim v'kach eino Hegdish tom behegdish eitos behegdish shekein ikav masi shelo eino ele bekavona hol v'kol masi shelo eino ele bekavona l'kach ein to uso hegdish el madlok kamahaji lo hochi shma mino diislo beisilo to uso v'koshkim kavanoso. Yeah, he says Basil should answer here. What do you do with meiser? He says, what kind of comparison is it? A regular korban, Over here we're saying only betos, not bekavona. So how could you tell me hegdish betos have hegdish? Shami wants to bring a raya. I'll bring you a raya. Hegdish betos is hegdish. Because you see, it works by meiser. If you want to call 9, 10, it doesn't work. So you see, automatically it's different. If I want to call, say this is a shlomin, and everybody uses a shlomin, very regular shlomin. Mistakenly you called, you want to say, oh, the mistakenly you called the shlomin. That's where Beis Shammai argue. Beis Hillel and Beis Shammai argue. Right? That's hegdish betos. I wanted it should be one, it turned out to be something else. It's hegdish. But over there, if you wanted to become a shlomin, it's a shlomin. So that's what he should answer. Here, if you want it to be, it can't be. So you see, Tos automatically it's an exception. Why did Beis Hillel answer him that? Beis Hillel should have answered Beis Shammai. I'll prove to you, you have no question from Meiser. If you want 9 to be 10, it can't be 10. It's only in a mistaken context. So you're asking me a question, Hegdish B'tos Havi Hegdish? Hegdish B'tos Havi Hegdish, over there, Kavona makes that's what it always is dependent on, Kavona. How you normally maksh your shlomim? You say it should be a shlomim, an olah should be no olah. So therefore it's limited to Kavona. But here the Torah is saying it's only B'tos. If you want 9 to be 10 and you say, it doesn't work. So what are you asking me from Tos? Clearly you see Tos is out of the ordinary. This is the exception to the rule. So why don't you answer that? So evidently the reason is because Kavona does work. He answered because you see 8 and 12 are not. You should answer more poshut. Omale Rabbi Rav Nachman di doch damit tu so lo kavanosu de kamri be shamel bisil yatem odim shilu korle chi asiru chi lachar so asiru shloshim kudoshin v'shtiku bisil lemer lehun. They should have answered him this mal ma'aser shkein no kodesh bekavona Omer Rav Siber Rashi hainu taimed lo Omer lehun the kal v'chomehu ma ma'aser shkein no kodesh bekavona kodesh betos head she kodesh bekavona lo koshkein labi hegdish b'dai to demori toli. Ma meister shein kodesh bekavona, kodesh betos, hegdish and kodesh bekavona, lo koshkein. Here he says because there's a kalpam which contradicts what you're saying. If over there it works be what? It works shlo bekavona, and here it works bekavona. Definitely shlo belowi the hegdish b'dai to demori toli. Here he says no. He says no. It's a proof against Rav Nachman. Rav Nachman, the question, Rav Nachman says it works betos, not bekavona. Correct? No. So he says, what's your answer? You know why Beis Hillel didn't say that? Of course, you have a kal v'chomer. What's the kal v'chomer? Why he didn't say it? Here, where it doesn't work bekavona, it works betos. So where it works bekavona, definitely it should work betos. He says, no, just to the contrary. Because it works bekavona, that's why it doesn't work betos. That's why. Therefore, the kasha is a kasha on Rav Nachman. It's a kasha on Rav Nachman. That the Beis Hillel didn't answer Beis Shammai, that it's a special Gzeres HaKosuv, right? Why didn't he answer him that? It only works betos, not bekavona. That clearly says what? That there's no difference. Bekavona and betos, they both work. Misha noda b'nozi v'holach lohavi es behemto. A person went, he made himself a nozi, and went to bring the behemoth as a korban. Motzish nignava. Yeah. Before he originally made himself a nazir and he had an animal set that he will use that animal. Imachlo nignava behemto nazar. If he made himself a nazir before the animal was stolen, I raised a nazir because it wasn't contingent on him having because he had the animal. Right? It's costly to become a nazir. You have to bring korbanos. So if he already had the korban there, it's okay. He has the korban. He has the animal. So imachlo nignava behemto harei nazar harei a nazir. The im nignava behemto nazar ain't a nazir. Yeah, because he only agreed to be a nazir because he thought he had the animal. He doesn't have the animal available. Not. So what is that called? It's called Naziris Betos. Take a look at Rashi. Shebedaitu hoyo lekabel ziruso al osa behemo. Since it already was stolen, when he made himself a nazir, I only agreed with nazir because I thought I have the animal. So if the animal was there, it was subsequently stolen. So good, he made himself a nazir because there was an animal. He had the animal. But if it was already stolen when he made himself a nazir, if he would have known that he would be the nazir, that the animal wasn't there, he wouldn't have made himself a nazir. She'olu Nazir min Agola. This was the mistake Nochem Odi made when the Nazirim came from the Gola. Umotza Beis Hamikdash Chorev. Hear this? Because why did they make themselves a Nazir? Because they thought they'd be able to bring korbanos. But if they would have realized when they made something, they'd never be able to creep out of it, because the Beis Hamikdash already was destroyed, they wouldn't have made themselves a Nazir. That's in Nazir's Betos. Amalem Nochem Amodi Ilo Yisim Yodish Beis Hamikdash Chorev Yisim Nazirim Amar Lo. V'itira nochem amodi, u'sheba davar yitzchak chacham amru lo, kol shenoz at shalochor beis hamikdash nazir v'shchor beis hamikdash. See, he didn't make a differentiation. When they made the neder, Nochamadi held, even if they stood then, it's only when they came from the Gola, it was already destroyed. He didn't make this. If, so as we're saying, if the Beis Hamikdash stood when you make yourself into a Nazir, even though today when you're trying to recover and you can't, then you're a Nazir. But if when they made themselves the Nazir, the Beis Hamikdash already was destroyed, so if they would have known that it wasn't possible ever to bring the Korban, then they wouldn't have made themselves into a Nazir. It's exact cases we're talking here. Yeah. So this was the toes. But Nocham Amodi, he let them off the hook, even though when they made themselves in Nazirim, the Beis Hamikdash stood, right? Because he said, if you would have known that you can't do it today, would have you made yourself a Nazir? Even though when they made themselves a Nazir, the Beis Hamikdash existed. Omar Rabbo, or Omar Rabbo. Beis, there you go. Yeah, Rabbo. Omar Rabbo. Shotfu Rabbono the Rebeleze Ukmei. Takes it. Bukmua. Bukmua Bishito Sayu. Yeah. I mean, Rabbi says Shotfu Rabbono the Rebeleze. They like swept him away. They totally proved that he was incorrect. Did not post him to know the Rebeleze. You got the case. Postim b'nolad. We had this in the Dorim. The person makes a neder, and they said, if you would have known something would happen in the future, would have you agreed to be a nazir, to make the neder? So if you're postim b'nolad, even though the fact what happened later didn't exist now, that's a basis to be mati neder. That's nolad. Nolad means that's the case we're talking about. We're talking about here, right? Postim b'nolad. Did not post him in all the Rebeleze. Chamom Osir. Chum say no. V'omer Rav, Avagav Domer Rabban post him in Nolad. I will post him b'Tanai Nolad. What about it's a Tanai? You got it? Let's say the person only made himself a Nazir, if he could bring his korbanos. He relied on a certain animal. Right? You don't have to. You right? That's a Tanai. I only agreed to be a Nazir if I have the animal. So those are the cases of the Mishnah. Right, the animal. 1 second. Hechidomi, Amri Lahon, Ilu Osa Inish, Vomalachon the Chor Beis Hamikdash, Miyavi Nadrison. You hear this? What he says. Rabbi says, even though the Chum says a postim in Olad, I will post him b'Tanai Olad. What is the Tanai Olad? They say, if you would have known the Beis Hamikdash would have been destroyed, would have you made a neder? Amr Rav Yosef, Yavoy Hosam Avimina Lahon, D'chsiv. Heichel Hashem, Heichel Hashem, Heichel Hashem. Heimo, Zeh Migdash Rishon, Migdash Sheni. Nihid Yadin Lahon Di Yechrov, Miyadin Leimosai. So he says, we knew it, it's not know that. The Pasuk says 3, the base Rishon, right? Heichel Hashem, Heichel Hashem, Heimo, Zeh Migdash Rishon, Migdash Sheni. So you see, it's not know that. So he says, Nihid Yadin Lahon Di Yechrov. Although you know it's going to be destroyed, miyadin leimosai, that's nolad. Even though you know factually it's going to happen, nolad normally the pshat is you normally say was you're not sure if it will happen. So something which you weren't aware is going to happen, you say imposed to be nolad. But over here the Beis Hamikdash, although you know, but do you know when? So maybe when you made the neder, it's still possible to fulfill the neder. Omer Abaye lo yadin leimas. What do you mean we don't know? V'chsiv. Shuayim shivim nechta chalamcho val ir kochcho. It says what? There was going to be 70 years from the Bayis Rishon to the Bayis Sheni. Where is it? The Kabbalah Noveli Yisrael al Tiftchu el Divrei Anov Hechel Hashem ki Yistab Le'osav Elechem Ro Hechel Hashem B'Shua Ol Ay Voksiv V'Daniel Sheglin V'Chadnetzer B'Churban Bayis Rishon Shuayim Shivim nechta chalamcho al ir kochcho l'chalos Shuayim Shiver Shmitim. As a lovo mikan v'churban abayis sheni shivim shana shoy beBavel v'arba meo v'esrim shoyu bebayis sheni shoy shivim shmitin Alma Yadi Lemis Chora, they knew exactly when it would be destroyed. That's Abayi's question. So he says, Omer Abayi lo Yadin Lemis Voksiv Shu'ayim Shivim Shavuim Shivim Nechtach Alamcho Shavuim. What does Shavuim mean? What does he say there, Shavuim? Rashi says it's the multiples. It's 410 years for Bayusheni. 420 years. Shu'ayim Shivim Shmitim. 70 times 49. Shivim Shmitim. Asid Lovo Mikan Vat Chorben Bayusheni. Im Shivim Shonu Shoyi Belovo Varbe Vesru. Right. Good. Right, second by 420, and you have plus what? Plus the 70 years, so that's 490. So if you multiply 70 times 7 is 100. It's 490. So that's Shuayim Shivim. Shuayim plus Shivim. So they knew exactly when it was Michorev. Lo Yadin Leimos Voksiv Shuayim Shivim Nechtach Alamcho Valircho Kochcha Akatim Yadinim Bahayomo. It's true, but do we know the exact day? They knew the year it's going to be destroyed, but they didn't know the exact day. When we say it was destroyed 410 years, it stood for 420. Was it exactly 420? Could have been 420 in a week. So since you don't know exactly, that's still no lot. 1 second. Rava says that what? That even though you can be Yosef Nolad, they post him Nolad, I've posted B'tanai Nolad. And he goes, what's the example? Amri, they say, if you would know that Beis Mikdash would have been destroyed, would have you made an eder? I don't say, well, but that's every HaTorah. That's every HaTorah. That's every HaTorah. Bach is hey. I'm not Rav Yossi. Yeah, no. Rav Yossi. Yeah, if I would be there, I would have said no earlier. Or Rav says, Avagab Omer Rabbanon. I don't get it. What's the difference between Nolad? He said, Epos from Nolad. That's what the Chacham, what they say to him. If you would have known this, would have you made a neder? It says Chama Osrim v'Omer Rav Avagab Omer Rabbanon Poskim b'Nolad. I will post him b'Tanai Nolad. I mean, every time you mat a neder, it's always a Tanai. If you would have known this, would have you made yourself a neder? No, it's not the same. Maybe it is. What's the case of knowing? If you would have known that your father was among the group, would have you made the neder? Right? If we have the case in Dorim, you have a group of people picking fruit. It says all the fruit is off limits to you. Then he finds out one of the people was his father. So he would have made it, right? Wouldn't have made it. Right? That's a neder b'tos. He made a mistake. He thought, right? So it's not a conditional. That has nothing to do with conditional. If I would have known, the person says, if I would have known that the but I'm saying over here, person says, if I would have known the Beis Mikdash was destroyed, then it will be destroyed. I'm making, let's say I'm only becoming a Nazir if I could bring my korbanos, and the Beis Mikdash stood at the time when I made it. He says, Avagav Dom Rabban a postim b'Nola, a postim b'Tanai Nola. Heichen Amri Lo, Ilu Os Inish Omelachon, the Chor Beis Mikdash. When was the chorov? That it's going to be destroyed or is destroyed? Seemingly, it will be destroyed. Otherwise, it's not Tanai Nolad. It's not Tanai Nolad. That is, it happened already. So I don't get it. I don't get what he's. Every case is that. What does he say over there? Yeah. Let me see what he says. Rava. Take a look at Rava. Page over there. Nevertheless, they agree that we may release a verse based on an argument predicated on unexpected. More explains. What does this mean? We say to them, to Nazirim, yeah, if at the time of your vow someone had come and said to you the temple would be destroyed. Let's see what he says here, 30. Yeah, he brings it to the Miri. Says something interesting. Let's say the Beis Hamikdash was not destroyed when he made the net. But the Chacham says to the person, when you made the net, if somebody would have convinced you not to make the net because it may be destroyed. See, the other thing, you say, if you would have known it would be destroyed, would have you made it? But factually, it's something unexpected. That's no lot. Right? That's factually, what about if people would have come when you made the net, if they would have advised you that you should take into consideration it may be destroyed, would have you made the netter? So when it says no, it's then he wouldn't have made it. You had a difference. The advice is something in the future. But when would he be listened? He would have listened then. You understand? Yeah, I was differentiating. Person says, I'll make myself a Nazir, and then it turns out he can't bring the carbon because 2 years later the Beis Hamikdash doesn't stand. According to the Chacham, he's a Nazir. Can't get out of it. But let's say the Chacham asked me, if you would have, 2 years before the destruction, if people would have advised you then, based on the events that looked like we're going into the future, they would advise you then not to make it. Then, would have you listened to their advice? He says, yes, I would have. So when was the device is not to make it then on the future. Not that if I would have known the future, I wouldn't have made it then. There, I would have taken their advice then. So there, it's then. That's not nolad. The advice is based on the future. But when wouldn't have you listened? When would have you listened? You wouldn't have listened. You would have listened then. The other case is speaking says if I would have known, I wouldn't have. So that's something that didn't happen. That you can't use as a basis to undo the netter. That's how the Miri explains the Gemara. It's very good. Let's start the next Mishnah. Okay, this next Mishnah is really, we had this before. The Gemara brought a rifle in that Bisham holds Hegdish B'tosh Hegdish. Hoyu Malchim B'derech V'echod Bo Kenegdon. two people walking, somebody's coming. Omer echad mehem hareini nazir shezeh ploni. They're arguing, is that Reuven, is that Shimon? So one says, I'll be a nazir because I think that's so. V'acharim hareini nazir she'en zeh ploni. You hear this? The other one says, no, I'm a nazir because it's not him. One says he is, I will be because it is him. The other one says, no, I'll be if it's not him. Each one. Hareini nazir, hareini nazir echad mikem nazir. The person comes, he says, I'll be a nazir because one of you is a nazir. Yeah? Now, if you hold hegdish betos lo avi hegdish, right? So what's the halacha? Shein echad mikem nazir, sheshnechem nazirim, shekulchem nazirim, v'sham yom kul nazirim. V'sil do'omrim enu nazir al mishal niskayim dvorav. The only one who's a nazir too is the one who what? The one who factually it turned out to be like he said. Meaning he says, I'll be a nazir if it's not him. Reb Tavin ein echad mehem nazir. Neither, none of them. Hirsir la'achorav eno nazir. Reb Shimon omer yome im hoyo kidvorai harini nazir chova im lav harini nazir. Since it's on,